Stamping, haven't done stamping for a while. Or burnishing, we're going to burnish some glitter today. Oh, the gold gel paint, this stuff is amazing. We're going to bring out the zhuzh on some things. We've got this, wait until you see this polish, it's amazing. And snowflakes appearing as if from nowhere, like magic. Hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends. I'm very unprepared for this voiceover. Welcome back, lovely people. Whilst I'm unprepared for the voiceover, I am prepared for filming. I doodled up some stuff and I took a picture of it because I was using my screen to watch something. This word, believe it or not, says gloss. I suppose it does kind of look like the word gloss. So I've got all what I'm doing. No, all what is necessary. This word, believe it or not, says snowflakes. So I'm prepared. We're planned. We've planned ahead. So we're going to start with Madame Glam's black, perfect black. You can get 30% off Madame Glam using the link in the description and the code MISSJO30. Going to use a bunch from the advent calendar in today's video because I want to. Because it's the advent calendar. We're using this plate, which is something QA86. Was that an 8? And I think it's from Born Pretty Store. I'm going to use my Selena Ryden stamper. I did have to swap the head with a different CJS stamper. Oh, and her scraper, my favourite one. Because do you remember what happened with the thing and the stuff and it didn't, and I poked it. Do you remember? You remember. And I'm using this MoYou white polish. We're going to pop some on, scrape it down and roll in with the homies. There we go. And then we're going to plonk it there. And I want it to be in a French shape. So I will now map out a French, well, just the line, just a smile line. Using the Madame Glam white gel paint. I do take the foil off the top of that because I'm not a fan of it being like that. I know that's what all the young people are doing these days. Not for me, thank you. And we're going to do a little smile line. Obviously not taking it too high up because we want everything below the smile line to have snowflakes. So I do think there's a little tiny gap where there isn't, but it's about the same size as the gap between flakes anyway. So that's fine. Hard to tell if it was even or not because of the pattern on there, so just hoped for the best really. And then we cured that, and I'm using acetone to wipe off. I'm using that line as a little sort of buffer. Not a buffer, but a buffer in the other sense of it. You'll need acetone to remove the stamping polish. It won't, isopropyl won't take it off. What's that? Top coat? Matte, velvet. We got there. The velvet matte top coat from Madame Glam. I'm going to sort of float it over the bottom just because I was a little bit concerned about whether it would drag any of the stamping polish, but it didn't. It was fine. And now, calm down, all right? Just calm the fudge down. It's 3:29 in the morning. Sorry if you can hear the rain. I mean, sort of sorry. I didn't make it rain, but it is pissing down outside. We're going to go back to the white gel paint. We're going to do a line across the top. And then we're just going to bring some V's, some very skinny, what just went dark behind me? Oh, okay, my phone screen. It's fine, we're okay. Thought the end of the world was about to happen. We're going to pull some little V's down for icicles, and then we will curve in between each one, but get your V's on first. And sorry, my head just went somewhere rude. And then I wasn't overly happy with these. I think I should have done a longer one in the middle and then made them shorter as they went up the sides. Yeah, why didn't I do that? I don't know, but we're not going to cure it. Don't cure it yet. On the side, so here we're just going to curve in between each one, because even though they're pointy sharp, they would still be falling off in a curve at the top, I presume. Yeah, I don't know. I have actually seen some stalactites in a cave somewhere. I have no idea where though. Was it in England? Not entirely sure. I don't know. I've seen some though. I just couldn't tell you where. At the sides here will just come off as if like half a icicle. Oh yeah, icicles aren't stalactites, are they? Or are they? Stalactites and stalagmites. Anyway, what are we doing? I don't know. I told you I was unprepared. So we're going to take this very fine, sparkly white, which doesn't sparkle as much on camera as in real life. And we're going to pour it over the wet gel paint. You do have to tap a bunch on your finger and don't touch the nail at all on your first tap. That's a very important step. And then tap it over there, give the whole thing a tap, but don't dust it off yet, don't touch it, just leave it. And then cure. And then dust off. I'm using the Madame Glam dusty brush. Clean the desk. And then we're going to take, these are from, I can never remember whether these are Shein or Temu. Either way, I love the crystals from there because they're sparkly and they're cheap. I should be using more of my fancy pants ones, shouldn't I? But I'm just scared. If I use them, I won't have them anymore. But I must, really. So we're using some of the Madame Glam art gel. And we're going to plonk some crystals on. I've been using the art gel a lot more than the McCart rhinestone glue, which is a really, really good rhinestone adhesive. And I have a code for them in the description. But this is in a pot, so it's easier to use, I think. And then, you don't have to squeeze some out and dip your brush in and rah. So then I'm taking some caviar beads and we're going to pop some in between each crystal. And then the plan in my head, didn't really think it through, was to have the white line, the smile line that we did, you and I together, sprinkle that with the glitter as well. So I thought I'd get the stones on first, because you don't want to try and stick stones to glitter. But then I thought there's not much really on show. So do I just leave it as it is? Which wasn't ideal because it wasn't, a perfectly neat line. Because I thought it was going to cover it. But I decided just to add some more art gel and we'll just caviar bead it all. We'll just cover it up with some caviar beads. And then, I don't know what happens after that. Do you? How are you? Are you all okay? Are you well? I hope you're well. I've been reading your comments. I love them. I love your comments. You're all so funny and just lovely. Nice people. You're good people. So I hope you're all doing well. There's something I need to ask you all about. I'll ask you, I'll try and remember to ask you in this video. If not, I'll do a post on the community bit on my channel about some stuff I want to give away. Right. So we're going to shiny the bottom half, and we're also going to use the top coat to go over the caviar beads. Don't go over the crystals, but you can push, right up to them so they get a nice seal in with the top coat. And then I'm going over the caviar beads. It's going to stop them from 1, falling off, 2, discolouring, 3, there isn't a third. So that's the first one. I feel like my French isn't deep enough. I don't know, but it's all right. Now we are taking, this was day 12 in the advent calendar. They don't come with pink writing on the lid. That's me. Look at this blue. Oh my goodness. It's so nice. Such a nice blue. Such a nice blue. And this is the plan for this one. So we've got possibly a dome gloss, some bling and caviar. We've got some burnished glitter in the middle, chrome with magic stamp gel, midnight ride and matte. Midnight Ride is the colour. So we're going to velvet it now. Would I have done... No, here's what I would have done. I would have wiped and buffed at this point. Okay? But it's fine if you do it this way as well. We're going to take this plate. This is the Clear Jelly Stamper plate. I'll list it all in the description, everything I use. And the white gel paint and a scraper and a stamper again. Now, I would, when you're doing a circle, don't roll your stamp on, which is what I do here, but I didn't like it, so I did it again, but I didn't film it again. Go straight down, because if you roll, you're going to change the shape of the circle a little bit. How many times did I scrape that? You see how it's a tiny bit off, but this one here, much better. I picked it up by just going straight down onto it and coming up. And then we're going to plop that there. And now we're going to use the Midnight Ride again. And this is the Ultraliner brush. Shall I get longer every time? In like a year's time, it will be like 10 minutes to get the word brush out. And we're going to fill this in again. Not thick or anything, just normal, Wasn't sure whether to go over the white bit. Probably shouldn't have, but I think I did. Actually, no. Yeah, no, yes. What? Go over the white bit. And then we'll cure that. And now we can take this super fine, I think it's like a 002 glitter, and just chuck it on there. Just throw it, grab a handful and throw it at the nail. And because everywhere else is matte, we can now burnish this. But same if you wipe and buff at this point. And then add this. And then we're going to press it in. So I've cured the glitter, but I only did a half cure, not the glitter. What are you talking about? I cured the blue circle, half cure. And then we're pressing this in and just burnishing. This is burnishing, just going round in little circles. And then glitter only sticks to where it was tacky. And it's super smooth as well, because it's just one glitter deep. Glitter won't stick on top of another glitter because that bit of glitter is not sticky. So it's nice and smooth. And now I'm matting, I think. Or did I use base coat and then it looks matting a bit because I wiped it where I did something wrong maybe? No, I think I'm matting it. So if you'd have wiped and buffed the nail after curing the background, then done this, and then instead of just matting that bit in the middle, just mat the whole thing, probably easier. And then we're going to take this snowflake. I'm stamping some snowflakes because I've drawn like 500 million snowflakes in my life. And, you know, I'm not trying to prove anything. I can draw a snowflake. So let's just stamp them. And they're just more detailed and better than my ones. So we're going to squish that on there. There was a tiny little bit, like as I was lifting up slowly, I could see bits that were coming up with the stamper. So press back down. And then I think there's a tiny bit out of place, but it's fine. The reason I topped the glitter before doing the snowflake was because if I had put that snowflake directly on top of glitter, it would have, even though the glitter was actually super smooth, so it may have been okay. But if I didn't like the way it came out and wanted to wipe it, I'm going to wipe glitter off. Or it might have it might be a tiny bit bumpy. Well, it probably wouldn't because it is smooth. But it leaves you room for, I don't like that stamp, try again. Because if you wipe it, then you'd end up wiping the glitter off. Okay. I should get comfortable. It's a long video. We're taking white gel paint again. And we're going to get a notification. Thank you, Promo Girl 2, for calling something on Instagram so cute. I said that's how whenever I see a notification from a comment on a video or something, I say, thank you, so-and-so. So if you've left a comment, it's highly likely I've said your name. Right, so we're using that and going round the outside, round the outside. Oh, and then I forgot to press record because I'm a genius. So I chromed that because their gel paint takes chrome. Amazing. So any little details you do that you want in chrome, you can use their gel paint. How good is that? And then I'm just using a brush with some isopropyl alcohol on to take off some of the chrome on the matte that I topped the Snowflake with. Okay. And now, see, if you'd have wiped and buffed, you wouldn't have had to have matted until doing the chrome, right? Do the chrome and then matte everything and then just go over the chromey bit. Are you with me? But I was just sort of trying to reverse engineer my thoughts. Well, my doodles. So I've put some art gel here. We're going to dome this a little bit, not loads. But we want to get these on first, because trying to put these around a bit that's next to a dome, you're not going to get them flat. So we're going to put a big, not big, not real life big, nail life big crystal, and then smaller ones either side, and then caviar beads either side of that. Some teeny tiny ones. If you have big crystals, and then let's say you had a row of crystals and they were getting smaller, use smaller caviar beads between smaller crystals. It just looks more uniform. You don't want the caviar bead to stick out further than the little gap it's filling in between two crystals. You know, you get that little V where the circles meet. I hope that people know what I'm talking about because I'm envisioning things in my head and hoping that what I'm saying means you are thinking the same thing. And then we're going to do a little V on top of this middle crystal, and we'll put 3 caviar beads in a little triangle. So 2 and then 1. And then we're going to whiz through the same on the bottom because it's the same. And then we have this little sort of ornate frame type thing, which I really love. Don't compliment myself too much, or not myself, but my designs too often, do I? I always have something critical to say about them. And there are some things that I have to say about this, but nothing that I don't think anyone would notice if I didn't bring it up. So I'm just going to keep stum. But I think blue, like a deep blue like this with gold, I just love it. It just makes me think of, midnight and nighttime and stars and lovely things. And it reminds me of a watch that I have that I love. This Thomas Sabo watch. It's like a blue face with gold, with a gold constellation in it. Oh, it's lovely. Anyway, so we've cured that. And now we're going to take some of the art gel. Probably should have used a different brush, but that's okay. And we're going to put a dollop in the middle and then sort of spread it out. But don't go too thick around the sides, because as I'm leaning the nail to one side, if you've got loads on the other side, it's going to droop. What's the word? Sag, drop, flow. What's the word? Pull to the other side and go over the edge of the line. I really shouldn't do voiceovers at this time of night. Then we're going to hold it upside down for a sec, pull it to the middle so it's a bit of a dome. It's not massive, but it's a bit. And then we'll top coat it and make sure that we cover the chrome bits, these bits down the side. Here, these bits. And again, I'll go over just the caviar beads. And you see where I have got some of the art gel around the beads, the little triangle of beads at the top of the bottom. So it's made some of the blue shiny. I should have just been more careful, but I'm just going to take some of the velvet top coat and just cover up those, just patch them up so that they're velvet as well. And then we can cure this. And why am I going so slow? I decided not to edit as much. So that's why this video is 49 minutes long and not the usual 20. But they're all different designs as well. So that kind of makes it a bit longer as well. And that's that one. I love it. Joseph, well done. That's very pretty. Have you seen this set yet? There is a bit of bling missing from that, a bow missing from there because I blue tacked it on so I could use it again. But if you haven't seen that set, then go and check it out. It's on my channel now. Okay, next one. Right, number 7 was this one. Wasn't looking. I'll list it in the description. This is from the advent calendar as well. And this is a really nice colour. Oh, it's called Winter Whisper? Winter Whisper, possibly. And then we're using Elf's Coat, which was day 10. I know what you're thinking. It's not the 10th day of Advent yet. How do I have all these things? Because I opened them all and showed you them all and we're just going to use them. Okay, no self-control. Plus, you know, if you're thinking about buying the advent calendar, you're really going to want to see what's in it. So we're using the bottle brush to make a swoop here. Obviously on a person, anything beyond the free edge, like further towards the nail bed, you're going to want to use a brush, a detail brush like this. Couldn't be bothered to put a blob on my palette and blah, blah, blah. So I just took some out the bottle just to neaten this line here and make sure there's no sharp or straight edgy bits. And there, is that one there though? Is that one? Is that a shot or is that just a light? And then I'm going to use the bottle brush again just to swoop it all down, get it nice and even, because I'm only going to do one coat. Look at that little point. Oh, we're going to cover that anyway. Okay, it's okay. Cure. I'm going to take this. I get so excited. We're going to take this stamping plate and we're going to kind of cheat at some tartan because it's just little dashes that we want. And we can paint little dashes, but we just don't have to paint little dashes because we have a stamping plate with them on. So we use the black MISSJO polish there, and I'm just going to use the scraper to take off what we don't want. That was quite fun to do, you know, just, oh, yeah, perfect. Definitely more satisfying than when I use my finger, which I do use, I think, coming up, use my finger to get stuff off, but that's fine. We're going to press that to do a diagonal line, sort of going in parallel-ish to the swirl line we've got. And then we'll stamp again and we'll use a bit of it there and then a bit of it up there. Try to get it right on that line, but I think I have to wipe. Yeah, I just have to wipe that tiny bit off. Do I add some at the bottom? Oh, no. No, don't think so. Oh, do I? No. Yes? No. No. Okay. Made my mind up. Wipe that little bit off there. Off you go. And then, I don't know how I've got it on my thumb. My hands are always covered in stuff after filming. I have some blue gel paint. Found some blue gel paint on my favourite hoodie the other day. And it was before filming this, where I just used blue. But I haven't used blue for ages. But it was fresh on there. How did it get there? I haven't used blue. Anyway, we have velvetized this, and we're going to use the gold gel paint, which is just splendiferous. As is their silver one, just sparkly, just lovely, opaque, just goodness. And they don't need topping, so we can leave them shiny. And I want to put it right up next to where the little dashes start. And then we'll do another one on to the left of these ones, so get them both to the left. Wait, yes, left. Left and right, like I'm so much better than I used to be. My mum is terrible with her lefts and rights, like terrible. I don't know why. I think it's because she just doesn't care. She just doesn't care to remember. And I think I sort of inherited that. But I have got a lot better at it. I think I'm safe to say that I can instantly know what it is now, but then I will second guess myself. This one we're doing to the right of the dashes, but only because I wanted to leave that bit in the sort of middle to put a snowflake. And if I'd have put the gold on the left of that one, it would have made the gap smaller. And then I cured that before doing this bit, just to be safe. Just if you're happy with something and the next thing might ruin what you've just done, if you need to wipe off the next thing, then just cure it. Just be safe. Work smart, not hard. So we followed the, we followed the swirl in gold. And then we spent about 10 minutes trying to do tiny snowflakes, not liking any of them. Should have switched to a smaller brush, because I have got one that's much smaller and much skinnier. So skinny that one of my cousins, when she was doing something, I said, use this brush. She was like, it hasn't got any bristles. I was like, yeah, it does. Look closely. She was like, oh my word. So I do have much smaller brushes, which I should have switched to, but I don't know why I didn't. So I was trying some different snowflakes and thought I should just stamp a small one in there that's got a lot more detail, you know. But then I thought, well, I have been stamping them all so far. I've got to give you some freehand snowflakes. So I decided to go with a 6-armed one, because someone always comes at me like, they've only got 6 arms. But 8 means you've got 8 arms of prettiness, you know, but 6 for this because it's a small gap. And I wasn't going to get the detail I wanted in this bit, so we're just going to do dotty ones for 3 reasons. 1, wasn't going to get the detail I wanted. 2, I've forgotten. And 3, I wanted them quite, not thick, but, you know, thicker than some tiny thin detail, because I want it to stand out because it's on top of the tartan. And the reason I kept all the other stuff in was just to show you that, you know, that stuff happens. And the white gel paint, we don't need to top either. So I wanted to do that on top of the matte, so it was bolder than if we'd have matte it. And then I thought, I'm not going to try more snowflakes again in these little gaps. If I was stamping, yes. So we decided to go for little stars. Because do you know what's weird? Tiny stars, easier than big stars. I'm putting it out there. It's true. Painting tiny stars is easier than painting big stars. So we're going to add some stars, which means that we also need to add, that's right, dots. Because stars and dots make everything better. Everything in the universe, which is probably why there are so many stars in the universe. God was like, it's looking a bit bland, isn't it? It's just dark, nothing. Just throw some stars and dots in there. That's what happened. Right. Dots, do I add more? Normally I say I added more, but I don't know if I did. We're going to take these green crystals and we're going to do a very complex line of crystals. But we're going to use gold caviar beads. How nice will that be? To match the green and the gold of the, yeah? Yay! So we're using the art gel again, and then we'll add a bigger one and then we'll get smaller as we taper off. I think I bring them in a tiny bit to give them a curve so that they don't actually go with the shape of the tip, because it's sort of the way we look at it straight on, it looks kind of a bit squared off. So if I bring them in a bit, then I can curve them round. And then I kind of feel, oh, bloody crystals. What a pain in the bum sometimes. And then I did wonder whether the middle of this nail is now looking a bit empty. But if this was on you and you had your tip as the design and then some crystals at the top, I don't think it would look empty. But yeah, we're going to add some gold ones in between them, which made me very happy, because normally you go for a caviar bead that, you know, matches the colour, or actually that's not true, because I normally use silver caviar beads, but using ones that match the rest of this, right, stop it. Using green and gold was nice because it matched the green and gold. Okay, cure. And then this is it matted, but you could shiny the bottom bit if you want. So I'm going to show you it shiny, and then I can't remember if I kept it that way or not. We'll have to wait till the end of the video and see. because I don't think I show it again. So that's it if the bottom was shiny. Oh, I hope I did keep it shiny. That looks nice shiny. We'll have to wait and see. Late lecture. This is from the September collection. It's such a nice colour. We're going to do a whole nail in that. Oh, I love this one. This is the red. This is, I know why I love it. It's got Cateye in it. So we'll cure that, and we're taking Ruby Bells. What number was that? Didn't show. But it's from the Advent. And we're going to do a smile line, a nice deep one. It comes up high. Swip it around, switch it around. And when I do this bit here, I'm looking not so much at the red line, but at the shape of what is the nail bed shape, you know? That's how I'm kind of guiding where to do the second part of my curve, using the nail bed shape to guide me. But you can do Frenches in different ways. I've got a video actually for mapping out a French. And then we'll bring out the zhuzh. Holy smokes, this is so pretty. So we'll bring, look how fizzy it is. You know, some cat eyes are like a smooth glow, and then some are fizzy like this. This is really fizzy. Look at it. Look at, oh, I love it so much. And then I'm going to velvet. Oh, I'm just going to velvet this bit. Oh yeah. So I want the nail bed area matte because we're going to do a white snowflake on it. It's going to show up much better on that pink on a matte background than if the pink was shiny. But we are going to shiny the bottom, the tip, and we're going to paint on top of it. Now I know I always say don't paint on top of a no wipe shiny top coat that's been cured. It's nothing to grip to. But we're going to do it because everyone does it, and I don't know. Everyone does it and it seems to be fine. So we're going to do it as well. So this isn't what we end up with, but I thought I'd show you it zoomed, sped up. In case you liked it, I'm going to do like a candy cane or like a peppermint swirl type thing, cinnamon swirl. And I do like it, but I think the bit in the middle, it was just covering too much of the cat eye. These bits here, I was just imagining where, how thick they'd be based on if the point of them was at the middle, you know, where the others are. So I do like that, but it wasn't how I drew it up. And I think that white in it, that's not what I want. I want it to be like there's white on the red, not, oh look, there's red behind the white. So we decided to do candy cane stripes. Oh yeah, the other's not candy cane, is it? This is candy cane. So I'm using the white gel paint because we don't need to cure it. You could, if you wanted, do these on top of the red cat eye before you top coat the red cat eye. If you want, that's absolutely fine. And then top after doing these. But I thought I'd do them on top again, just to kind of stand out a bit more. Because when you top coat it, it puts it almost on one layer. No, wait. So it kind of covers it, doesn't it? And then it makes everything under the top coat look like it's all sort of flat on one level. Whereas I wanted these to be a bit more on top. So we're using this and the ultraliner just to do our little swirls. And you also see more of the red. And we just can't go covering that up because look how flanging beautiful it is. If you wanted to take it a step further, before curing these, you could cover them in some clear acrylic, then cure, then dust off. Or you could cover them with glitter like we did on the black one and have some raw glitter. But if you want these glittery, but you also want them topped, then once you've cured the red cat eye, before matting the nail bed, wipe and buff the whole nail. Then do your white stripes, pour the glitter on, cure, dust off, then you can mat the nail bed and then shining over the bottom bit. Yeah. And then we're going to go over our smile line. I did quite like it without this white line, but I feel like it needed a bit of definition. So we're going to just follow that up and cure. And now we can add a snowflake. We're going to paint it again because it's going to stand out more using white gel paint on a matte background. But if you want this bit not on top but under the matte top coat, or if you want the whole thing shiny, then just you don't need to matte top at any point. Just do everything and then shiny top the whole thing. There's always different, there's so many different ways you can do the same thing. But if you wanted the whole thing shiny, then obviously you'd miss out a bunch of steps that we've already done. But I'm sure you can figure that out. Or if not, you can leave a comment saying, I want this bit shiny and this bit matte, or I want it all shiny and blah, 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 and I can help you out. Okay, we're going to do some dots on the ends of our lines. This is an 8-pronged snowflake. Okay, get over it. It's here. It exists in the world of nails. And I'm using a dotting tool to do the dots. And look, I've got hardly any polish that I'm dipping my dotting tool into. I'm just scratching over what's on there because that's enough. You really don't need a lot. And then I'm just going to pull from these dots just to give them a little wispiness. And then do I do this as a dot snowflake? Because I wanted it to stand out, and obviously being on a light background, it needs to be a bit bold. Bold! That's what I was looking for earlier, not thick, bold. I think I'm just going to do dots on this one as well. Am I? Oh yeah, I ended up doing one dot bigger than the rest, so have to sort that out. Get rid of the other brush that's in your hand. I'm always doing that, realising we're holding 2 brushes and wondering why things aren't going quite as well as they might if I was holding one brush or one tool. So we'll do dots as this as well. See how it's a bit bolder, isn't it, than if I'd done little line details between everything. I'm going to scratch off a tiny bit in the middle, just a tiny bit while it's wet, because we want to put a crystal there, one of these crystals, and it's going to be easier and sit flatter if it's a flat surface. Surprise, surprise. So we'll use the art gel again, and then pondered over a bigger crystal, but I thought, no, let's go small. Let's go delicate. And then we will cure. Oh, and you can see the little rim around the crystal. You might see it better in a sec. So that's when you put a crystal in some gel, you can see you get this sort of like a rubber ring around it, little life ring around it. That's kind of what you want when you're putting crystals on, because it's sealed all around, it's holding it in place. So that's that one. Love that one. And now we're taking day, whatever the number was on that bottle. Oh, look at this. Snowflake Glow, it's called. It's so beautiful. Look at it. I don't know why I was worrying about getting my streaks all straight, because we're about to mess them up anyway. Look how pretty that is. Put the flash on. Yes. Look at it. Wedding nails, snow nails, anything white that you're doing for Christmas nails. We're going to use a dotting tool, and we're just going to do lots of swirls. And even though it hasn't got anything underneath it, you see how it's not scratching away and leaving big gaps to the clear tip underneath, because it kind of, if you do a little line in gel polish, it kind of the line closes up, but it still keeps the pattern in. Look how beautiful that is. So pretty. That would be really good for like Father Christmas's beard or the trim on his hat. Yes, that would look great. So that's going to be our background. I love that polish so much. It's so pretty. We're going to take Votino's Teflon Matte. And I'm being a bit weird about how I apply it because, oh, maybe not. I thought I was at the time. Because I always end up with streaks when I use that Teflon Matte. Am I not using enough? But if I feel like it would be weird if I use low, I don't know. but it seemed to be okay this time. So we're going to use the Born Pretty Magician Stamping Gel. If you don't have it, get it. And you can get 22% off using the link and code in the description. This gel is insane. I love it. So we're going to stamp some snowflakes, and you can't use the you can't use the scraper to pick off the bits you don't want because it's gel. So wipe off the bits you don't want, and then you stamp. It's not easy to see over white. You can see a bit better over darker colours, obviously what's going on. But this was a kind of pray to the nail gods that all went on okay. Trust the process. And I didn't keep it like this, but I wanted to show you. So I thought I'll do different colours in different spots, and then ended up doing them just in diagonal lines almost, which wasn't the plan. And I wanted to have them sort of fading into each other. But as soon as I did this, I thought, no, don't think I'm feeling it. But I'll carry on just to see what it would be like, and just so you can see. Using the different colour chromes. Look how it picks up. Oh, and I think I must have smushed it there or something. Because there wasn't... I must have smushed the stamp. So I'm just trying it with different colours, and then I decided against it. And I know you might be thinking, no, leave it rainbow. But wait till you see the end. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I also did this. Did different colours in different patches. Didn't like it. So we're going to try again. So I had to do a whole new nail. Or did I wipe off and buff? I don't know. No, I think it's a new nail. So we're going to pick up the same image, stamp it on, carefully roll it off because you don't want to smush anything because it's gel. Cure it, and then we're going to take just the gold. And look at this. Oh my word, this was satisfying. It was like magic before my eyes. They just appeared. Oh, and I missed a bit there. I don't think I lined up the stamp very well. So I'm going to re-stamp that bit, just that bit, cure it and add the chrome. But I did that off camera. So I'm rubbing in the chrome, then switching the sides of the applicator thing to take off the chrome that's not sticking to the stamping gel. So really make sure you've got it all off. You can use a little makeup sponge because you want to make sure that all the bits in between the snowflakes, all the details, that the chrome isn't on in those areas where it isn't, where the gel isn't. Oh, I tried doing individual ones and doing them, but wasn't feeling it. But holy moly, that looks like some fancy wrapping paper, doesn't it? That looks like Marks and Sparks wrapping paper. Not just any wrapping paper, M&S wrapping paper. And I thought, how can we make it even more special? Let's add some bling. So we're going to do that. But yeah, again, when you're chroming this, once you've got your chrome on, make sure you really wipe off any excess chrome so that all the little details in the snowflake, because obviously the holes in the snowflake, there's no gel there. So make sure there's not any chrome in those bits so you see all the details. And then we'll plonk on some little crystals. And this was unplanned because the first plan was to use a pink Cateye and white or silver chrome, but it didn't show up because the Cateye was too blinding. But oh my goodness, how pretty is that? Imagine that on all your nails. It's just, oh, I love it. So we're going to have a tidy up now. And we can watch the desk get tidier. And then I'm going to show you, I don't know why, I just thought, I'll share it. Everything is content. I'm not one of those people who thinks everything is content. There'd be some really tragic attempts at nail art on my channel if I thought that, because I've sat at my desk for hours before and filmed all night and before in the morning, and I'm like, I don't like anything I've done, and it just doesn't go out. But I did draw, obviously doodle all these designs up, but one of them, that last one, wasn't the initial intended design. So I have to I have to fix it in my doodle. So I'll show you that. And we'll compare the doodles to the end result and see how, oh, we have another fallen soldier. That's an old bottle and it had gone all thick and gloopy of stamping gel. Bye-bye. Rip and all that. So I'm going to show you my doodlage and we'll compare them to it. The app I'm using is called Pen Up. I used to use one that came built in to Samsung tablets called, I can't remember, but this was the one that couldn't really see what was going on. That was the pink Cateye from the Advent. I'll show you it in another video. The glow on it was insert as many expletives as you can, blindingly bright, insane, gorgeous. So I'll show you. I'll use that soon because there's other colours in there that we haven't used in this video, so we'll use those. Just having a little final clean up. Was I in the middle of talking about something? Oh yeah, it was called Art something, and it was great, but they don't have it anymore, so I use Pen Up, which I'm still trying to get the hang of, but I quite like it. So that's the pink one. That's what it was going to be. Didn't happen for us. So the black one I think looks pretty similar. The red and the blue, just bang on, Joseph. Oh, I haven't got a bling in the middle of my snowflake. That's because I made it a dome. We can look at them better next to the phone because size. But I take a picture because I'm watching something on my tablet when I film. So now, this is the mindset I was in, right? Right, are you ready? You know when you have a to-do list and you end up doing something that wasn't on your list, so you add it to your list and tick it off. Please tell me I'm not the only person who does that. Not that I often make to-do lists, or I did have one yesterday. So I was in that kind of mindset, like I've done something, so let's do the plan for that now. Let's make out that I planned it all along. So we'll add some this is how I know they're bling. Put little lighter X's in them. Change what we said we were going to do. And then I'll just feel better about life. Although I do like that pink design. Oh, some left-handed writing. Maybe I should have been a doctor with the state of my writing. Dr. Joe. Doc Joe's. What's it saying? Oh yeah, the pink one that had like icicles at the top and then snowflakes hanging down as if they were little decorations. I liked that, but the Cateye glow, look now they all match. Yay! Awesome. But the glow was so bright that you just couldn't see anything that was on top of it. So we had a change of plan. And I'm really glad we did because that white and gold one, I love it so much. It looks like wrapping paper, doesn't it? It looks like the type of wrapping paper that you can't recycle though because it's shiny. Anyway, this is them. Let me know what you think. I just thought snowflakes. Let's do something with snowflakes that aren't just here's a snowflake. Let me know which one is your favourite. I really want to know which one is your favourite. I think mine is either the blue, the red, or the white and gold, which narrows it down to 60%. I'm not very good at making decisions, very important decisions like that anyway. So let me know which one is your favourite. Come say hello in the comments. I really do love to hear from you. I read your comments. And I appreciate it so much. Like, hype, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.